I just got fucking wrecked by my own alarm. That was unkind. Jesus Christ, what the fuck is... I never set an alarm. Things are hitting me. That scared the living daylight into me. It is daylight now. I haven't put an alarm on today. Evil. What a way to start with cortisol, adrenaline, and oh my lord! Why did you do that? Jesus Christ, who need coffee when we have like technology? Rising stupid ways into my that screamed me into do not do that ever again. It's not on any alarm. What is going on with you? Holy moly. Oh, it's not ready for that to happen. I'm ready for waiting for calls. What the? I'm not even ready. That was wrong. Oh, what the fuck? Fucking alarm? Holy moly! I didn't set an alarm. Because why would I set an alarm to now? It's nothing that's gonna happen now. So, what the hell is going on? Well, at least I'm awake. What? Why? Attack me. Such a foul thing. Oh my god. Let's see if we can terrify it down a bit. That was just good. Fucked up. I was just lost in thought. Stupid. Just thinking thoughts. And yeah, that was a wake up call. Maybe I shouldn't think at all. Wow! No, they're setting alarms. Can we have a calm day where nothing riots? Everything's okay. Soon, so good, and happy, and rainbows, and now I want it to be a bit. I want it to be a bit like happening things at least. But yeah, maybe not to the point. Alarms fucking setting themselves suddenly. What? That was kind. I'm just doing my makeup, trying to get myself out of I'm doubting that. That was a weird thought to me. Like, maybe it just screamed, stop! You need to not think at all. Maybe I should fight for fucking. Maybe I should get Lobo to me back into style. Jesus. How fucking rude. That must have been Siri. Like, it was Siri. Only Siri would do things like that. No, it wasn't. No alarm set. We have changed some of our settings. Oh, yeah. You're making sure I'm over 18. Yeah, I'm thinking it. What the fuck is going on? Well, before we do that, let's have some music in my ear too. No alarms are setting themselves. That is always scary. Like, I'm easily like, yeah. That is evil. Bitch. I did not put it on. It just came. And then it was scaring the shit out of me. Suddenly, maybe a call to action. Stop talking. Because it was a thought pattern, and I'm just like, what? That doesn't make logical sense. No, I don't like that logic. I don't. And then it just screams me alive. I don't want to think. Maybe it's a helping hand. Fucking alarms. Oh lord. I know I have to prove that I'm not over 18. Let's just do that. Go to your Google settings. Did I do this? How many times do I have to verify that I'm actually a human? That I'm shown so many times I'm a robot. It's okay. A robot is better than humans, I guess. You know how to show that I'm over 18. That is kind. Yeah. Because I think that I'm aged me at 50 years. Updated setting, personalize that, sure, whatever. Do whatever you want. Just personalize it. I just like, I need that, sure, whatever. Never I don't add work like that, but okay. No. Go away. Ugh. Verify your age. I've done this. Alright. Alright. There's a kindness. Apparently I'm young again. I confirm I will block the identification number. Sure, whatever. Do I have a picture? Oh no. Do I have to take it like this? No, I have to do it on my phone. Aye. Fucking madness. That was not planned. We scared into it. What the fuck, land? And then I'm like, not 18 years old anymore. So that is like, yeah, cool. Such a wild way to just, No alarm was set that day. Luckily I didn't do my makeup like, what the fuck is my, oh. No, I can verify that I'm old enough later. I'll just use my credit card. Isn't that just... That should be... No, of course not. It's not. Why can't things be saved? Of course. That would be easy. Jesus fucking Christ. What the fuck is scaring me? I'm totally just call that up like, do not think. I guess. I'm gonna take it like that. God damn it. Alarms. Fuck them. And then it says the worst alarm. I usually just put on Jeremy So like Oblivion music like that. Ding ding da, 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 ding, ding. Yeah. I really need to use an alarm. Where have I put my thing? The keys. They're always missing. I don't know where they are. But where's the thing that is like my identity? Whatever. I'm not 18 years old anymore. I was scared back into childhood. Let's just do it from that point. Well, whew. Meaning I can be childish again. Fucking yes. I'll take that. Forever. Let me never become grown up. 8 years. They always tell every child they know. I don't ever meet a child that doesn't tell me, why are you doing that? And I'm just like, why was I doing that? They know something I don't know. Always. Always. They always get me thinking. There was a time, like, when I was going around, like, a lot of girls, like younger girls, in the shopping for food, or near like a school where there are like children in like the age of like almost kindergarten, like what's the new primary school, 6 years to 14 years old. They always look at me very much. Like they look at me like I'm something weird. And then sometimes they come up to me and say, oh, you look nice. And I understand that is just young girls having a role model. And for a life of me, can never. They always know more than me. And so every time that happens, I'm like, no, you do know that I'm stupid. I'm a grown up. And it's such a. If you're a pretty woman like today, I'm a bit wrecked because, oh god, what a hell. What a hell. This week has been like just so many evil things. In that case, my fucking Siri or phone or whatever. No, don't turn on. Shut the fuck up, Siri. Just say stop. I was actually thinking that doesn't make logical sense anymore. The point I'm actually like, oh, there's more. Why? I think it actually was a weird thing. Sit stop. Thank you. And sometimes I wish I could stop thinking. It's actually ADD. It doesn't stop when it sleeps. It doesn't stop when it's awake. It doesn't stop ever. I can wake up with new songs, new thoughts I never actually planned while sleeping. I'm a fucking elf in D&D. They don't sleep easily. They sleep and then they get terrified by sleep because it's so alien to them. They get woken up with new things. It's like different. I'm gonna read it to you. Can somebody find me a D&D group? That is my fucking today. Today I'm gonna find somebody to play D&D with. First I need to find out who the fuck I am. That woman is too damn similar to an elf. I want to sue her. They don't exist. I want to be a princess too. But I guess princesses do wear dresses and not like this thinking thing. Even though I am in all degree thinking today's the day I'm gonna make me look like a princess. Just so I can fool myself a bit. I want to be a princess. Princesses are stupid, dumb women. Just, I need a prince. No, I want a dragon. Can I get a dragon? And can it be a pseudo dragon? Like, they are cool familiars. Mages. Maybe I'm actually turning into a mage. I've lost the bard in me. No, the bard in me is still here. Just a jester. I want to buy a new lyre. I feel like everything after the last year went, it's a bit like just me needing to be like everything needs to be redone, and it still feels like I'm cleaning away a different being, kind of. I want a new lyre. You haven't been tuned. You need to have like flats and sharps. You're wrong. That is not right because I could do that thing, use it. So why am I doing this? I think it's something changing. Did I respec? No, I just got violently awoken by technology, said stop thinking. Can I do my ability points in intelligence into like luck? Oh no, wait. Charisma. Anything else in wisdom and intelligence. Just make it silly stupid. So stupid, it's just like... I'm a mother who's afraid of elevators. She's afraid of the gate to the garage. I'm almost on the point. I want to go on a roller skate down in the garage. Just do something. And I want to go on roller skates. I want to do that. But I don't want to do it in the sun. That song. Calling the world from isolation. Right now, and if you come here to shoot me, you better have good aim. Shoot it true. I need you in my life now. That's why I'm calling you. And I got a violent. I don't want to call anybody anymore. After the last one was surprise, I don't want any more surprises. If the surprise is something good, it's okay. But if the surprise is something like get the fuck off. This woman wanna be scared of elevators too. Not the alarm I never set. The sharp noises. If somebody calls my doorbell. That is me, stupid. I never do it. Somebody knocks on my door and I don't know who it is. I try to be as still can be, and I don't know what life me like always. I did have stalkers, but yeah, I don't think that is the reason. I don't know why that's the reason. There is a lot of reasons, but not that reason. What soundtrack is this? Sounds pretty good. This is Oblivion soundtrack from the Elder Scrolls Oblivion. What I usually have as my alarm, not fucking setting itself to death. Just calling myself, stop thinking, you bitch. I think it's a call to action. This is Oblivion Remastered Peaceful. I can actually... it's one of those I used to write my... one of those unsullied things. I have a lot of music and that has been sullied by things. That is something I used to write my exams, read, and just relax to. The point I played the original Oblivion, and I knew everything. I knew every quest. To the point I knew everything in that game. And not only that, I was so young. I was so embarrassed of being a gamer. I tried to hide that to the boys that was like, I was just like 14, 15 years old. They're like, are you playing games? What? And I was just, yeah. Oh, excuse me. That was when Gamer Girls was like rare. Oh, okay, it's been a long time since I played that game, so I didn't realize it. It is a very old game. It was remastered. I haven't played it remastered at all. But it is just something that I just like relaxed so much into that. Also with Skyrim. Skyrim I made mods too. Can't make mods. But I can't get the fucking things to fucking stop. Scaring me into like Oblivion. So what we're listening to. But I love this this soundtrack, and it doesn't get like whatever. Like I was playing a full playthrough of what remains of Edith Finch. There's a part of it that has the Nutcracker like dun, dun, like this part of the classical music. Is somebody fucking claimed that music? That is classical music. Classical music. Okay, maybe they took a spin on it. But that is free from copyright claim. So what the fuck? Why? And YouTube is kind of like ill with this. Probably like everything. It's like, this is not allowed, this is not allowed, but I am not turning into like YouTube focus to the point. When I do that, I need to learn how the SEO, the keywords, every trend, everything is different, new, and totally beyond what I can understand, like keywords being in every other platform. It has its own little thing. Some music is not copyrighted, like a lot of classical music. Yeah, classical music. As I have been in the, I have been singing music, and yeah, that's the God. I found one of my favorite requiems. Just happen chance by my side. One of my favorite requiems. It's a chorale. I wanted to go back to church to sing, but I didn't get to do that this year. And I know that church choir is run by a very strict woman called Moon. She's actually Hijo Moon. I have sang in that choir before, but I was a fat girl. Nobody knows me like her. But I really wanted to go back to this. Not because of music as much as it's something that happens when you're just in church. But not the religious necessarily. It's just like you get this thing and it's like resonating in you. Not the people. It's nothing I can understand or put into words. It's just like it was a peace. It was a peace of mind. And then I got to go to the biggest Gothic cathedral in Scandinavia, and it was just like, it was so fantastic. That is what I want to do when I like travel. I want to go to every cathedral, in every place, hole, and wherever. Even though at that time I wasn't Christian or anything, it was just like, oh, I love this. It has its own, like, it's made. Cathedrals are made to be these gilded buildings because you're supposed to feel small and insufficient. The year is still just starting, but I still think it's crazy. We are already almost in March. Yeah, it's like last week when I was New Year's and started. Yes, you are exactly my thought patterns. We have rushed through February. I didn't know it was the shortest month at all, but I didn't get it to actually happen. Oh, it's just, what the fuck? Where are we? What happening? And why is everything going so fucked up? Everybody's dying. Last night I was like, dun. Everything has been chaotically, and then somebody's dying. Then you can't, for the life of me, understand that this fucking year is where we meet death. Everything fucking weekend is like my main. Yo, good to see you again. How did you fare this week? How was work? Is Hades treating you like a bitch? Am I still on your list? No. Sometimes it's weirdly something if you've been touched by death, you kind of went, I kind of miss it. It's weird. I feel like it was like a deadline. Not that I want a deadline. Not that I want to die. That's just like a concrete thing. No, it's just like, yes, everybody, yeah. We're always in March. We're marching through March. And nothing is falling more apart. Then I just, yesterday thought, mess is mess, blessed is mess, I'm messy. Until the mess is messed up. And then the mess just messes itself out and messes. See, And hopefully it gets back into like consistency, because I want consistency. And yeah, it is as a threshold now. It's like, if mess is necessary, let's mess be blessed. Just mess it up. Everything gets a bit messy. And hopefully that is what takes it down from being like something we stayed within, because I can't see how we can do it if it doesn't get finished. So mess will be messy until we finish that mess. And I think that is why just like I'm gonna just succumb to accept I'm gonna be a mess. And I don't like that, because I use my schedule. Everything here on Twitch has been like a schedule in ruins. I hate that. Because I did actually like, this is now what I'm called to do this, because a lot of things. Oh guys, a lot of people I just was blessed with hey, whatever. And then it just like messes itself up, because we are in a cleanup year, I guess, where every mess needs mess. So, and everything that is messy is just like, it's a 180 back to not mess, and then 180 back to hell, and then 180 back to what the fuck died there, and then it's just mess again. It's an adventure, at least. Yeah, you don't catch the year. Let the year catch you, I guess. I started in the hospital. I thought that starting the year with being deathly ill couldn't be anywhere worse than that. But I was kind of comfortable. No, it's just like, I want my schedule back. I want to mess away. Everything to be like fixed. Life is messy. You cannot always control what things will be exactly. And people want to control everything to the point they are controlling their life. This is what I'm gonna do until the day I die. And I is grown up, silly thinking I just decline in that. Like, I have appointments for next week, this week, where week, every week, I just decided I'm not gonna take a fucking day before it comes, because every day gets like, I get contorted into it, but I'm just like, alright, let it shape me then. But I kinda hate it too, because it's change. Change never comes without growing pains, or sometimes killing you just to revive you. And sometimes that can be a bit blah. Especially in this degree. My mess is a mess hell that I could be blessed without. But then again, a lot of the things that keeps it a bit messy is things they are immune to actually, like, just ignore it. It's idiots, they are immune to knowledge. I think the need for control comes from our survival instinct, yeah. But in olden time, control would keep us alive from animals, weather, sickness, and in a consistent, like, society, we are all social beings. And everybody I know have had, like, a catastrophe happening. So they have been stressed everywhere. But yeah, at that degree, like, just having routine is also something you need, just so you don't end up just like aimless. Aimless is dangerous. Like, you need a goal. You need to have like your set goal. There is where I want to go. And go there. But you need to do it. Like, I was so good at that when I studied. I could like, this is what I'm gonna do now with this subject. I had one day I put everything into a fucking schedule. I never kept the schedule completely, of course not. It was always a day's work where I didn't feel I was done. But to the point, I always finished work. You can also have aimless routines though. Yeah, that is where we become chaos. Because chaos is necessary when chaos like enters into us. to the point that is where it changes us, or like shapes us. If we are like in change, like I am in a changing area, but I am actually, I had to say like updated Y and stuff, and everything is very fucked up. That is just not it's beyond my control to actually say I can consistently keep a schedule. But it's also, it's like, that's my wish to do. So in that way, sometimes you have to live here, just in the vacuum of what the fuck is going on. And surely if I start singing like Disney tune, there might come some fucking dwarves in my door. I don't know. But oh yes, it's an adventure, isn't it? And when it's adventure, at least we're not boring, right? We are a storyline that is worth told. That is always from comfort. You cannot have comfort and good stories. Spring is coming soon, the perfect time for change. With more sun and more energy, yes, and roller skates and no more ice and Arctic. Hi, that is cold. I hate how cold it is. Going outside my door. It's not dangerous. It's cold. I can freeze to death if I go down for my mail. Sometimes it's just so blown away here, right beside the ocean. It can get so cold. Just blows me away perfectly. But the spiders, yeah, that's that. Last year I thought it was a bug. It was a spider, and I screamed like a bitch. And that time I could scream like a bitch. There was a masculine thing near me, so you could like scream like a bitch. But that spider looked like a baby. Like the cutest thing with guts. No. I was. Oh. And that kind of cringe doesn't leave me with the first, like, it just gets like, I need to like move it away. I am so fucking, I'm scared of spiders as much as they like, they disgust me. If I touch it, I wanna throw away my hand. It's not with all spiders, but especially some. Those that is like, tarantulas aren't that scary. But no, you have the alarm phones, and now you have saved from spiders. Yeah, I don't think the spiders care. The worst with the spiders are when you know they're there, and suddenly, where the fuck did it go? But yeah, a lot of people are like spiders that way too. Like they can be like, what the fuck are you doing? And then they're doing something totally different. And then you're just like, I don't know who the fuck you are. A lot of snakes has been found in last year. End of last year, I just saw so much in hindsight. It was just vividly like, snakes everywhere! Snakes are playing! It's actually a blessing. They are calling themselves out. Hi! How are you doing? I got scared by my phone putting on an alarm today. I never put on an alarm today. But it was okay. I was thinking about things. I was doubting logically. So it kind of maybe just called me away from thinking at all. Maybe I should just think. Maybe my technology said, stop, woman! You're stupid. I want that. I want to be silly, stupid. Just, oh, can there come some dwarves in my window? No. Can I go to sleep for 100 years? No. Can I be the fucking hero dragon and everything inside that cut? Yes. Because we play every part. To the point. I can't even be that existential until I become like stupid silly. At least I have that. It just gets too, what the fuck? Huh? And it's just like Mozart too much to read. What the fuck is going on? Everything is just mayhem, pandemonium. And it's kind of like kind of like stupid in one of the parking ways. I have had so many moments of that class, yeah. It's actually really fucking funny. To sometimes take it seriously, it's just like, oh, of course. This is just oh yeah. But this year is a bit more yeah, it can be silly, but not silly to the point it's so sincerely like, this is something we need to know. But yeah. So I have to spend time on things I don't want to do. Especially people that take time, and I guess everybody have these people around that just steal your time. But I have had bit enough of stolen time that I want to have sometimes. But yeah, then we have to do work. We have to be a bit in the... Let's just adhere to it. I think actually that's the best idea. So if you just accept it and just be it, maybe that actually exists and doesn't get like put away. If you put it away, you can like get it back again. It gets like total like forever stuck. You need to stop some things and choose better options somewhere. I choose the best option. I think the best option chosen here is just like, didn't see that coming. There we go, missing. Yeah, and then that happened. What's the next thing? One day at a time is actually kind of like, I am actually, yeah, I think that's the wisest choice, and not like dressing upon things that can be like lost. No, we have come here, we can come back. If we lose some areas, like I want to do singing in church again, I can do that later. It's not like it's just don't like to reschedule things, because who likes that? And we all want to do what is instantly gratifying, but it's not so easy. You can always find a good side of everything. Yeah, absolutely. If you look hard enough, you're having a positive mindset can turn almost every situation. Exactly. And I can't for the life of me be so positive that I just, yeah, exactly. Like this situation I am in is like, oh, yeah, it is hell, fury, and fire. Let's have some marshmallows on that fire, and it's okay. It ends in whatever it ends in. It just is like, it's a bit of a changing thing. And it's necessary because we have been needing change like a long time. Therefore I came here. And then they were like, bit of a like, this is what I want to do. And then it starts changing it. I think that is always a call to action. That you shouldn't actually go into like, I found out what I want to do, now I'm going to do that. And think that that's going to come, you're going to get changed into that. You have to be molded by it. So yeah, that is growing pains. But if you're going to do something and you set your mind to it, and your inner self has said, this is what I'm doing, then you have to be doing that. And not always are you suited perfectly for it. You have to become it. Yeah, that is hard. And in every way it's hard. It's a blessing always in disguise, because in the end, who do we lose? We don't lose things that is like love and good. Yes, your situations are very hard, but still you are on the right path. It will only become better from this point. Yeah, like it just does itself, to be honest. I don't need to talk so much anymore. I don't need to. I've said my words. I've seen my things. Then I just need to like live it. And that can be actually the hardest part, because sometimes living in situations, it's easy to just like, I want to run away. But sometimes just sticking in it. And still, like, if you are the one that finds solutions in every part and you're very creative, of course you would be creatively trying to like find solutions. But I've been trying hard to like stand still. We are stagnant now, and forcing me that, because I think if you stand still, you aren't inclined to be like, this is just running away, isn't it, from things that needs to be. And sometimes we find work and like things and creativity come into be our actual. This is where I'm running to. No, I'm not running. Hello. How are you doing? And when we do stand still, stagnation is my what am I gonna do? And then my mind goes into creativity, and that is not in my control at all. And that is where you're like, I wanted to do this, so how can I do this? And I found you always find creative work to be just solutions. You find so many solutions there. If you torture enough, you find solutions everywhere. You find everything. You just there, sit there with it. It will tell yourself what you need. But then you also do that, and sometimes it's, in my case, was kind of scary to see new things. Like how I have gone into new things. How that is like, it's a vivid point and seen from that perspective. You get to know yourself again. And a lot of people don't know themselves. Like, some parts of you are still like buried inside you and aching to like get out of you, telling you what the fuck you are. To the point, I made it to promise for myself every time I'm feeling like something is I try to take a picture, just naked picture there, and try to see what the fuck am I looking like. Because sometimes you can actually see yourself there. And I have seen something that I cannot for the life of me understand from an inside point of view. That is actually a good choice to do. If you don't know what your thought patterns like, you spiral into like just being bad. Try to take a picture of yourself, see how you look like, and try to interpret it from an outside perspective. Actually, that in the same regard, I did performance art, and I have dreamt about that since I was a kid. Given all the gifts, like my body can do everything that I wanted it to, but it's like a new way of actually. Oh, that is a bit like I need to go into something scary, become scary. I wanted to be monsters in movies. Of course, that sounds fun. You have to feel it. And if you're gonna do it honest and not be like a fucking bad actor, you have to do it. And then you have to see it. And when you're doing it like visually, that is a different. I can hear, and you hear yourself sing for the first time or whatever, and on a speaker or whatever. That is when you're like, my voice sounds weird. But when you get to see yourself in that light, you have like, transformed yourself here and there. You can get a bit scared of what you're seeing, but that is not. Ooh! It's a reaction though. But it's new. Like, everybody doesn't like their voice when they hear it on the speaker for the first time. But that sounds always like, I haven't heard a voice like that before. Is that my voice? Yeah. But that is also where I incline everybody. Do go and see yourself from an outside perspective. Sometimes if you just take the picture, you're just stuck in thought patterns, just do it. Maybe you get to see that thing you're thinking about from a different view, and then understand it kind of vividly differently. I do that a lot lately, and that kind of it's a scary process because you can see it, like your inner voice can be very much contradicting what you are in a shape and form. At the point that is actually something I have never thought about that before. It's very honest though. You have to do it justified to the point you have to be comfortable with looking at like your ugly self to the point that that looks like what I don't know how to actually say into my words, being contradicting that I take pictures of. That is a way to get to know yourself from perspectives you can see from a picture point of view, like canvas, but also from where you are internalized. Remember, we are never without what we are grown up. So, in the way we actually are formed by everything we experience, that can be experiences that get like latent bad things. And you can get very ill towards yourself if you don't like observe it. I'm good at observing myself, but I'm a bit too objective. I can know things, but I can't always understand how to use that information. I can know everything. I can see and spot it everything, but sometimes that doesn't teach you anything more than just, you can read it in a book too. Doesn't mean you have the experience. And that is where it's music. You sit in your own self and just like, I know this, but I don't feel it. I don't process this. Go to music. Music has like a manipulative way of like making us feel things. The most manipulative way of feeling things. You can just change the mood. Just by a tune or a fucking scale in minor and major. It is the most. If you don't know how to process anything, just go to music. And then that was when I stopped singing. So when I chose to just sit stagnantly there, I never chose to sing at all. But that just came out of me like, ah! From childhood, it just started. I don't know how it started. And sometimes things just start in us, like, and I never tried to sing. It just became like something that happened. But when I'm trying to sing, like when I'm stagnant, it's just like, this isn't doing it. Different. It's not feeling it. So that was kind of weird. But it put me into like, now you're on a spot. And that is actually where you have to be sometimes. And it's a place of torture, purgatory, and everything you might be scared of. Yeah, I am. I am listening to many books. Jordan Peterson, We Who Wrestle with God. Not finished with that. I just look up on a lot of my books are on audiobook because it's so much you can do while you're doing other stuff. Just listen to things. So, Metamorphosis was a book I just finished. Perfect. But very existential. I wanted to start The Rape of Nanking, but I haven't done that, and 20,000 Leagues Under the Water is still on my list. I have a lot of subject books. But yeah, in the vicinity of where I am living, as I am an empath, I've had to put this book back into my mindset because this is not something you should use, as it is a manual on how to manipulate people. But if you are an empath, this book mandatory because there is so much, like just this thing. Any man who tries to be good all the time is bound to come to ruin among the great number who are not good. Hence, a prince who wants to keep his authority must learn how to not be good, and use that knowledge to refrain from using it when necessary requires. Sometimes you're scared of helping people, to the point you only hurt yourself. Very much every single empath out there can always go in that. Hindsight style. I have a principle too much to actually be double checking, because people can be very, very much stressed, and I just want to make sure before I actually make an approach of, now I have made it into my, it's inescapably a pattern. But I don't want to assume that I also where my value system always is like, yeah, it's a hindsight, but I choose that. Because the other way around, like if you do jump to conclusions, wow, that is also dangerous. So I'm putting myself a lot into that. And laws again. Laws. I actually did almost study law, but then I chose something else, and yeah, I studied law, but unofficially. Do you listen to any book lately? Sometimes when you start a day, you have to have like a warm-up. And every actor does that. And that is important. You need to have a dictation. Incoherency. Sometimes it's just the pejorative itself. Really? So yeah. Do you read any book lately? Or hear too? Anything? I have too many in the... And then I'm just like... Yeah, the storylines of... I really want to go through the stories I love. That is actually... Like, when you're stagnated, why don't you want your own storyline? So much a storyline, like... This is a storyline. Too. A lot of people just want comfortable ways to just live. That is so boring. To think that you would ever have like just... Who the fuck wants to see a boring life on screen? Have you been in cinema and seen? Oh. Makeup everywhere. Just someone being boring. I have a book about that. Mundane Life. That is actually a poetry book. That takes boring situations from life perfectly. But into perfection. I think it actually is over here. And yeah, I'm gonna find it, but yeah. Trying to do my makeup, just making my way downtown, seeing like I'm a soldier. What the fuck am I? I have a sister that went to the military. I never would be surviving military. I would freeze to death. She is cool. And she was awesome in the military. Luckily, she also got to find herself a good boyfriend, so she got to have feminine side. Which was after she came out of the military. I saw she was very... She was struggling with masculinity. Being hard for her. But that was a blessing. But she is awesome. I'm currently listening to 3 books. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Oh, I saw the movie. Hunter S. Thomas, Prometheus, Rising, Robert Anton Wilson, and one more book about COVID-19. Oh! You were speaking about COVID last night. Because here in Tromsø it blends into influenza. We never know the difference. So yeah. I've had COVID everywhere up and down. But we are still like in the... We haven't done the long-term effects. We haven't known the fuck yes what the fuck that is. That is still a long term away from knowing what the fuck that does. But I was like, I have also had exhaustion from that. And I've had like very many varieties of COVID. To the point it just got a bit like normalized. And I was one of those that had to take like I didn't have to, but like I was socially forced. Yeah, okay, we're just doing the little thing, the shot and everything. Ugh. I didn't want to do that because I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I didn't like COVID at all because it was interrupting my studies. And yeah, in that degree, I didn't care so much for the shot. I cared for my studies. It was just like, yeah, go take that. And it was like crazy people around me forcing into, like, don't lose your voice around. Take that as a promise. It will be your biggest cleanup if you lose your voice. Don't use it. Ever. Before you have regained it. Take that from a point of view I actually lost my voice. So I have to find it a bit again. And then I lost the poetry I used to. Like, I just wrote it. It was like, poetry. I never used time on it, but now when I see it in hindsight, it's like, wow, what the perfect way to tell yourself, how can you have been so like in that and know that? And just like, yeah, that is not okay. To the point you can only see that from an outward perspective. I'm glad I lost my words kind of there. Because since I was a girl, I used to read dictionaries. I just wanted to find the perfect word that explains something I didn't actually understand. Like, that is a childhood point of view. I'm curious. What is this? And yeah, you can collect words until you're just like words. I like to listen to one fiction and at least one non-fiction book at a time, so I can mix up. It's searching for knowledge and just relax and escape. Very good balance. Very good balance. I used to be just subject. And I loved that because I could just like sit there in my... I had such a process of just like loving to be meditating where I'm a slow reader. But I read every book I could. And I just like had all the pens. I collected like, this is a 4,000 kronor pen. I collected pens because it made me so happy to just have beautiful pens. Do collect beauty. Beauty is important. So that I can just like sit there and scribble in the books. I taught myself so many things just by journaling in the books. Trying to understand things I never could take an approach from without like having that mindset. I just wanted to just have peace of mind. But now I can't study the same way. I don't have that. I find a lot of my pens, but I just like, why is this here? It's a bit alien. Like, I don't get the same. Like, call to action or whatever. Motivation. It's something that changed that. But it's not like it's changed for the worse, it's just changed direction. Now I kinda wanna be thing on stage more. And when I chose that, it was just like, yeah, it was always there. You always have that inner, I wanna do this. But then you do it. And then you're either you have seen how that went. And in that degree I don't get a bit scared. Not because it's bad or anything, it's just like, oh, I haven't seen that before in my writings. So you get to see things you don't know how to word. I bring my favorite pen with me everywhere, but it's not like that expensive one, like a 40 euro pen. Yeah, it doesn't have to be expensive at all. I do have one of my favorite ones. It's actually this one. It's just a normal pen, but it's need of like a refill. So that degree, I try to get back into the writing habit, but it's not like, oh. And I write a lot of like, it's not so peaceful and happy and just in its own like self, just like having peace, as it is writing about things that isn't peaceful and that is not able to write. That is like contradiction, isn't it? You can't be peaceful with that. So in that degree, I'm not trying to have peace, I'm trying to do it, but it's hard. Sometimes a video journal might be better, but that is a video journal. Sometimes better to have it like physically. Now I'm like cleaning out a lot of physical. Oh my god, on something on hold yesterday. Jesus Christ. One of my diaries. Hey, just one of mine. It's okay to have diaries because you can see yourself from a different light. But in this diary, I was just like, no, no. That gets thrown to the ocean. It was just too far. Illegal. From that point of view. Yeah. I didn't like to see a lot of myself in hindsight different. When you know. It's a good thing, it's change, but it's like can't stay the same person. Sometimes you don't like to see what you did before. A lot of it is like being thrown away because I need to get it away. It's not me. It's like a different person. It is a different person. Totally different person. Sometimes I just wonder what the fuck. Why? Was that important? And what drove me there? And yeah. That is just different. And you can't be without change, so yeah. It's not bad different. It's just different. I think actually I'm better. Like more I'm better than that was like sometimes yeah, I don't like that. That is not a good way to see this situation when you know when it ends, where it starts and everything. You get that hindsight is a bitch, isn't it? But it is an experience you need. And then you grow up. And then you just become a child again and you just like get fucking makeup everywhere. Wash my hands, makeup on my hand, or ink. It's either makeup or ink everywhere. Not so much now as it used to be like earlier. I do have like ink everywhere. But yeah, this is makeup. Just a moment. At least it wasn't ink this time. I used to have like ink. Like, this is just lipstick under my nail. I had so many ink stains on me because I always use like ink and fountain pen. It's like my hands were always filled with ink. But I kind of loved using fountain pens. I kind of don't change that much. I don't know where half my inks went. I think it's in downstairs somewhere. There's so many different inks. Let's have some of this. Yeah, my furniture. My beautiful gothic furniture. It's also rusting my downstairs. Yeah. I used to collect like when we were playing Resident Evil. Gothic furniture is like my, and like everything that is anti-IKEA, anti-Scandinavian. Flat surfaces, rectangular. It needs. Oh fucking. It needs something to make it beautiful. Now I have to get my furniture up. Jesus Christ, can you get in there? I'm struggling with my nails coming. What? That fucking charge. Yeah. I love having long nails. This is just symbolically everything I needed. Yeah. And sometimes that is actually. I always ask her to make them sharper and pointier. This time she really went there. And they are very sharp and very pointy. Never had them so pointy before. It's perfect. Felt like it was a perfect thing to do. This year it's a pointy year. And I do give myself nails. As I could paint them, but yeah. I kind of like to have them like a banshee nail. With ink on it. A banshee nail away from it. Do you know why? Just makes it vividly like a kind of like macabre thing that I just need, kind of. If I had just, I'm good. I'm just like, I got lipstick under my fingernail, and then it went everywhere. I used to have ink everywhere, so it luckily was just lipstick. How are you doing? Yeah, like. I used to have ink everywhere, and now it was luckily just lipstick. But having like these nails, it's a gift I give myself, also because it's such a fucking tool to make like every macabre. I always made macabre visual art, but I was too overweight to make myself the object of the visual macabre. So when I went into this frame, which I think is a bit too thin, I won't like be voluptuous, but it is very much like a gift to me in the right visual theater and dramatic scene. All I can make into canvas, and oh my god, I shouldn't have done that. I had so much like them a year ago. Thank you for thinking my nails look fantastic. I didn't make them. They are Milena, my nail artist, who is like, oh, she is so awesome. She always gives me more than I want to show her. This is what I want, and she just makes them all the more better than what I wanted. She just make it better. Can I get a fashion suggestion? Sure. Need some leather pants. Could you suggest some if you have? I do love latex. I do love leather pants. I do think I actually have. Like, I used to make costumes, but I have to like buy a lot of new clothes. A lot of new clothes because I've been changing shape and form. So A lot of my clothes are just too big. I feel like I'm swimming in it. And they are not pretty. But I do think I have latex in here. And I have a lot of things here, but I rarely ever sew clothes. If you do latex though, what kind of style do you like? Because there is like leather pants, utility style that you have like, you can do so much. I just wanna, when I'm on here, I wanna make myself into a character. I just happen to come that far. I don't know where the latex went. It just magically disappeared. It's somewhere. Or downstairs. But yeah. Fashion statements. If you feel like going there, go there. Go all the way. Take it everywhere. And I want to do that with the stream. Like, I want to. Next time we play as Hinako, we're gonna play as Hinako. I want to have her. I can't ever have her like monster arms and stuff, but I can at least have like a Japanese schoolgirl uniform and look like her. So that is finally where I can actually put on costumes. You always want to dress up, don't you? And I love that. So yeah. You have a really cute latex dress. Oh, I have never had one. But yeah, that. Do wear latex if you can. I've never worn real latex. Just like fake. But yeah. No, I don't have any latex, but I'm gonna sometime get it. It's just. Because it has so many ideas. You need to just like land on one. And I think it's like, I want to have a Japanese uniform and a Hinako, so you can play third time. This is like hardcore difficulty, Silent Hill F. Because Silent Hill F is one of my favorite storylines. It's just so, one of my favorite stories ever. I didn't expect that. I'm a part of actually being with Silent Hill 2, and all it tells is that Hinako, she's brutal, but she only needs somebody to talk to, and there is no happy ending there. I thought I got a happy ending. That is just her turning into a ghost, and like fantasy takes her friends with her. She's not even there. I feel wearing gloves elevate my outfit. Do that. Don't know. Gloves. No, I don't think I have gloves. I have like for going outside, but I always miss them. I'm going outside. That is silly. Can you buy and show the leather pants or latex? Yeah. I don't know where they are. But yeah, I was thinking of actually changing this because it's filthy. You got me. But yeah, what do I want to wear? I wanted to wear something with that. And something, yeah. For you, something cool. But I couldn't find anything that fit me. To the point I felt like this is not right. It's not right. And then it was just like, so many clothes. I'm gonna throw out them all and buy new ones. One outfit at more. But yeah, I wanted to like, I miss going in corsets. In this shape, I don't know how I will look in a corset. I used to make corsets. But yeah, I wanted to make it a bit more funny to actually look upon me. Being part of the stream, not just boring. I want to be part of it. To the part it's just like, we're gonna go into that. And I wanted to give it up to you guys to tell me what the fuck do I do next time I make a character. Yeah, I just haven't landed on that point we actually can make it come through. Because then life happens, and then my schedule had to be like inconsistent. And then it's just there in the mess of it. It needs to be a little bit messy, but in that chance, I hope that just accepting and being a mess can absolve it, because it's kind of right. It's but a short. It's not comfortable, but it's necessary. I was thinking of actually just changing my outfit, but yeah, never gone. This finished. But I'm just like, today. Yesterday was a nosedive into I'm finally finished, and then things happened. I was just like, another thing. Yeah, that is just yeah. It's how it is. And I was just, and I don't know. And then my alarm just like, fucking hell, something. Which is actually, can't think ourselves around ourselves. Think actually right here, being in a mess. You have a suggestion for me? Try wearing disposable gloves with makeup. That would be a good idea. But yeah, they are over there. I usually use them for just like, yeah, but these maintain themselves, like they maintain themselves. And I change them every month. But yeah, they are not my work. But yeah, I got like lipstick everywhere. Usually it used to be ink, so it's washable. I did used to have ink stains, but I was like looking like a librarian, but I was never a librarian. I was just a geek. And that woman, she wants to study forever. I don't want to study anymore. The necessary, I think I studied and thought myself around. So I just want to be. I want to like go to motion capture and everything. Silly, but I have to do a lot of like the hard acting parts, like first treasure. If I can show them, yeah, just a moment. I'm just gonna go and find an outfit also. I usually have a total fucking fear for like food and like yeah, and like drains. That is like yeah, has no fear. That makes me so I get gagging feelings about it. So I usually use disposable and gloves whenever I am in the kitchen. Having to touch something like that, it's just disgusting. I can actually gag upon it. It's very weird. It just overwhelms me. I can go and yeah, I'm gonna go and change and then just they're black though. So I actually use these as my guardian angel, so I don't actually get fucking because I am terrified of the sink with food in it. Whatever comes from the lurking depths. Ooh, that's dirty. But yeah, with my nails, these are actually comfortable. It's a necessity to have things like these when you're like overwhelmed with things like that. Go down. That I know actually where it is. It is full. I had both the black ones. I don't know why. I think they were small enough. But yeah, actually comfortable to have on too. Feel like I'm just about to tattoo somebody, but I'm not a tattoo. Almost ended up being one because I used to draw. Never wanted to draw. But I was good at drawing. Well, I don't want to draw. I draw like once every 100 years. Maybe. I'm good at it, doesn't mean I like it. I think a lot of people are forced into doing what they are good at, but don't want to do. And somehow looks at what they are good at, or what they need to do, or what is necessity to do, but it's actually dangerous not to do. I have a brother that is like, he's extremely, he is 14 years old and he's like athleticism perfection, and also very, very good at winter sports. But he also is an adrenaline junkie, that if he isn't like challenged, he needs to be put into challenges, like challenging him in winter sports. Otherwise he's like doing dangerous things. And I hope my mother and father can do that. Put him there. Because he's like one of my most vulnerable siblings. I don't know if he knows that. Now, if you want to become my friend, hi. I love that. And yeah, we all need more friends, especially now, like these days. It's hell. I don't have a friend that hasn't like talked about how stressed they are about this day, an age. So we need all the friends we can have. We need a party to go on an adventure. So you are very much welcome. Just you follow along. I would love to see you more. So the thing I'm actually also needing, I just like, yeah, we are losing a lot of shit. We're losing all the snakes, so in that regard, we also need party to take the fucking bosses out. They are multiplying and it's a kind of dangerous situation to be like lone wolf. It's not good. And just like if you like, just whisper me. I just talked about like this unholy platform that is just perfect for everything. I want to like come into contact with everybody. I wasn't like I would never think I was so blessed with meeting so many people here. That a unholy platform is everything I found. I'm able to be honest, allowing us to actually be honest, not pornographically, but yeah. That is OnlyFans. It's also like a threshold you can be consenting if you want to be part of it. Have like a part where you can be so honest. I have seen so many things. In my DMs it's like blessings. But on Twitch we aren't allowed to say everything that is like in my DMs. So kind of like there's something that I see something similar here. Relates to it, and that is the only platform that I think allows that and can be used as a kind of Patreon actually, but it's been abused into like, I don't want to do pornography. But I do want to make like visual performances, and that is also where you can make that. I have the worst makeup later. It's just the worst. It's messy there too. I'm wearing the leather pants currently. No, these aren't leather pants. These are just yoga pants. I do like the gothic style. I'm everywhere. Or whatever I wanted. And I wanted to make like, something gothic now. It just feels right to make something a bit dark and a bit like... I would like a collection of gothic items. I have a friend that was like super girl. I don't know if she is anymore. She's French and I love her. She's a holy friend, unique, you know, the way I have known her for an eternity. She was all the goth and more. And I used to be a like gothic girl, but I think I'm everything. Sometimes I want to wear this and that and everywhere. I'm just like, I want to do costumes too. Yeah, I want to make things. And then I want to like shape things. And I want to... Tell me an outfit idea and I will dress up for you and send a pic. I don't know. What would I look like if you were me? What would you dress up in if you were me? I want to see that because that's the point. I am actually throwing away my clothes, starting anew. I need to get to know. It's a bit cursed moment to actually like, oh, this isn't so much me anymore. There goes some music. It's not. Get back on. The music left us. And sometimes I just have to throw it out. Ay, ay, ay. And a lot of it has been like I'm throwing out a woman I don't recognize and I don't want to hear. Because it was kind of like that point making itself very vividly in hindsight known to things he wants to leave there. And that is hard work when you're like kind of feeling you are like, she's everywhere around. I need to get her away. She's like holy kind of thing. Just weird. Like it feels like it's like, who is this? And I made some like poignant. Why is my headset? My headset has stopped. Bluetooth is like girl. The epitome of all I do. I always go in heels. I go in heels all year round. I never take off my heels. I'm very much in heels all the time. And yeah, I used to do that just from being like, I like being in heels. And what? Yeah, where did the sound go? I just have to find the sound back. Something. The sound. Hello. Hello. Went away. That's what I hate. Bluetooth. Alright. There we go, yeah. Now it's... I want... Oh, but they are so expensive. I really want... Versace. Medusa. Sunglasses. As I actually need sunglasses because I have had LASIK and ICL operation and they are just perfectly dark. They are so expensive. I really wish I could buy them right. sun is coming back now, and if I don't, I will get like burnt eyes actually. But yeah, if I could just accio those into my hand, I would buy them instantly. They are, yeah, they are a bit steep in price. To the point I'm gonna buy them. Just I have to get more sunshine and the economic there. Where I haven't gotten any latex. I have fake latex, like nothing cool. But I want. But I'm gonna like throw out a bit of me here and then put back something new. Maybe that is something latexy. Like, At this point, I want to do that when I'm a bit less skinny. A bit every shape and form a woman can be. At this point, I'm very, very good at being like stage performance, but I like being a bit more chubby and voluptuous. So when I do latex, I want to have something to put latex up in. And at this point, I'm a bit too skinny than I like to be. So it gets to do, like, just as in the theater, I can shape my body all the merrier. But yeah, it isn't what I aesthetically have a goal for. And we all have our goals. It doesn't have to be like perfect. But that is where I like things that I like. And it's a staircase and a bra too much that this is actually easier. I don't like to be. I like being a woman. And a woman needs aesthetics. The points I am all for aesthetics before any. Like my nails tells it all. They are unusable for keyboards, but I don't care. Aesthetics before my fucking keyboard gets to be written upon. Latex is a second skin, yeah, but I feel so skinny now. I feel like I can shape myself into like, if I just use my bones and writing, I can metamorphose this into monstrous things on stage, like stage performances. But I don't like to see that in the mirror. So I did like to see that the voluptuous me. Oh, I have been overweight. You wouldn't believe it, but I have been 130 kilos. Girl. And no, I am not. I'm in every shape and form a woman can be. But I can say the most comfortable place, both with how people are towards you, who looks at you. It is a bit of a chubby. Towards fat, actually. That is the best. Actually, you wouldn't believe me. As I didn't believe that when I was overweight. Fat is kind of like, kind of vulgar. People actually want to look fat. Something more sexual. Then I can feel like a thin woman here is sexual. I didn't think that when I was overweight. But in later, like, when I've been everywhere, that is very much viewed socially as a vulgar woman. I thought I had no sex appeal when I was like on my heaviest. I thought that was just like, that wasn't even something I thought about. And it's absolutely something that is kind of vulgar in a social thing. Not that I'm telling anyone to feel what they should feel, but and how I see people look at me like differently. I've seen like how men change. Which men change? What kind of men change? The point I actually went was my skinniest. That is where all the businessmen came and just like they have wives and kids and all the hell. It was actually, I didn't like that. That is where you are like in a ground, met with all rich douchebag. I can see their faces looking at me, and I've seen this from every point of view. most comfortable place I was. To the chubby towards fat. A bit fat. It's and the one I have is basically like this, but yeah, it's not anything interesting and not fitting me anymore to the point I don't really like to have more. The point they are too big, again, something I have to try a new. Everything gets out, and I'm kind of like in the midst of starting myself. Restart. Yes, a restart. And I loved just wearing dresses. Wearing dresses was all I wanted to do last year before that. I declined pants. I still do love wearing dresses. Yeah. When I take on those dresses that I used to have, I have one dress I felt so beautiful in. I just went without a bra or anything. And I felt such a magnetic thing. But now I feel like, how can it not fit me? Who the fuck am I? This isn't me. That wasn't a leather dress, it was just a normal dress. I wore it once and I was like, oh, I felt like a goddess there. And now it doesn't fit me. And then I had an idea that before I ended up in hospital, before Christmas, I wanted to have like my golden dress on. Never got there because I ended up in the hospital before New Year's Eve. And now my whole DM filled with men that want to take me on a date, but I just don't want to go on. What the fuck is up with me? I think I am looking for myself amidst. No, I'm not ready to go on any date with anyone before I know who the fuck I am. And I'm still doing like a cleanup. Bother me. I need to like do that. But yeah, I'm not inclined to do anyone dirty with like, yeah, it would be a free meal, maybe some company, but nah. I want to be like true to myself. Like I don't want to be that woman. That's just like, yeah, that is a liar. I think people judge as ladies come on the fetish, but of course it is a fetish, but it's also very normalized, trendy and everything. It is a fetish. But why not just call things a fetish? I have the perfect feet to make fetish content because I have the weirdest feet in the world, and in my bloodline I have one of the most. Like I can roll my feet. To the point, I have made an OnlyFans account, like, but that is for community and other purposes. But I actually could make that into something I could earn money from, but I don't feel like that is what I want to do. Unless somebody actually inclines me to do it, and I get a monkey on stage situation where I do it. And that regard, OnlyFans is just chill, but whatever that becomes, I have no idea right now. But it's not pointing towards pornography because I don't want to do that. That is more like performance art. I have no problem with actually if I were in a theater degree like naked on the stage, I would not be like any problem with naked with pornography. I don't know what that is like. I don't know. It's different. It doesn't need to be different. But in some degree it is very different. I actually want to meet some of the people who live within this. Like if anybody knows, like a cam girl or anything, I don't know what they do that for. Because I can't understand how they put a price tag upon that. And then they put a price tag upon them, their body. Something I find holy, like, it's a holy thing. Oh, yeah, Pikachu. I still can't find my fetish. Last I wore latex in public, and a racist called me stressfull loudly in public. Yeah, let them tell you whatever they want. People tell you shit everywhere. You wouldn't believe what they told me. I do not let that shake me. I don't care. They always say shit. I don't think they say as much good as they say shit. And yeah. Please refrain from using foul language. I'm so sorry for that. I need to be added as a moderator in order to remove messages from this. Wait, is this you? What is this? Have somebody been targeted by one of my bots again? That is illegal. 1 moment. Stream relevance. Do you? My bots are going crazy. None of you that gets like redacted by my bots are redacted. That is my bots going haywire, and it's been going bananas. Try to like remove them, and they come back again, and I remove them. It's updates hell. So yeah. Even though I am, but still, it's not appropriate. Who fucking cares about appropriate? Do you think it's appropriate to be normal and like slave people to normalcy? We aren't neurotypical, everybody. Should we all like play along with that shit? Why do you want to be normal? Isn't that madness? Everybody in the same ship. Huh? No, I refuse. And that is why I actually don't want to. I actually, OnlyFans is the only place I found that lets that be uncensorship. Honestly, and everything I try to make it to the point, like I don't like censorship. It hinders people. It hinders growth. It hinders everything. I hate it, and I'm an artist too much to be like. That is where art either dies into a frame that can't become anything more than just like. Do you want to fit into this frame? Can you? And if you can't, are you even allowed to be outside the frame? Art is like always imitating life. How the fuck do you think you can shape yourself into everyone you've seen already? Aren't you unique? Don't hinder that. You are this and that. Do that. Just don't try to be malevolent towards other people. Be kind, but be honest, and do uncensorship justice, because censoring yourself, well, bye. That is where you disappear. I hate it. And that is coming from somebody that is very much experienced with how that can end. So take that as a warning. If you are different, well, that is actually where you are perfect. Do we want like NPCs, like everybody just the fucking same person? No. Who the fuck learns anything from the same shit? The easiest way to earn money now is just to streaming on blue platforms. What are your goals today? What is a blue platforms? I don't actually intend to earn money from streaming as much as it just gifted me. Like, people are, every stranger is not a stranger. They are just honesty. And I have been in that degree. I started this channel just because I wanted to focus on my, like, I'm gonna play games and wait for my phone calls to appear. I'm also going to the theater for a screen reading, a script reading. I wasn't ready for that either. And then I started this channel because I was in hell. Couldn't even focus on my games anymore. All my stories just gerbled into my unfocused mind. I thought that if I could do the same approach as I did when I like learned myself math, if you teach it, or if you like have to be kind of like part of something that is in it, then you have to do it, and you can kind of like stop some of the unfocused mind to just like wander. And that was where I started. And then I never thought I would be doing marathon streams, but then people just arrived and I just got blessed to the point I am like, oh, that is also why I'm starting the other platform, because I need to hear you guys. Like, I have been gifted vulnerability, poetry, everything I see. Like, that is a hard thing. You need like a kind of social, like parasocial shield to dare be so honest that I cannot for the life of me not say that that is honesty, vulnerability, and everything. People are just also coming back to me, having like had struggles and just saying, I'm better now. You don't know what that is a gift. I never thought it would happen. Like, that was not my that wasn't what I was supposed. I never went into Twitch ever. Like, I didn't know Twitch at all. I had been on YouTube watching YouTube movies, and this was where I started Twitch. Never knew what that was. Same, I'm starting that other thing. Don't know what that is. I'm just gonna make it. And I have been blessed with people. So, I don't have any boots with heels right now. Oh, I have my shoes over here. Oh, with that. I have been blessed with people that is so honest. I wanted to make that honesty in the degree I actually don't appear at something. It's like preaching. I'm never preaching. I just can't preach, because at that time I am like telling people I am inconsistently now because of mess. It is where I actually wanted to become a full-time streamer, because I just lost track of time, because people were so just like, they were just like there, and it was just fun. 10-hour streams was not what I thought I would ever manage. Couldn't even focus for 1 hour. And now I'm the only place I find like that can be like, can I have a one-on-one conversation with you? It's like, yeah, I don't know about any platform that is uncensored to the point I can do everything I want. But I don't know the platform completely. But that is also allowing a lot of things that I want the community to be like, in here, like here, you're talking to me, you don't need to ask if I remember you. That is like, wow, you don't know. I am like bad memory, but I remember people. And that is where I'm starting that platform, because that actually can allow one-on-one conversations. I can meet people, and people are very much not just numbers or names. They have stories, and I am, in my way, very much trying to make every fucking person seen, because it is very hard to become invisible and then become visible again. And I'm very scared that anybody that comes and tells me like they're on the ghost states overlooked or not met with the same respect, that is not just parasocial in me platform that I am like, oh wow, that is actually people telling themselves honesty. Then that is a hard way to do. So when you have a parasocial inclination to do that, it's a kind of shield where you can be your truest self. I see that, and I have all the experience to see that vividly important, to the point I hope that I can make that platform something that is actually managing to do it justice, because it is as much a gift to me. I never thought I would actually. I went from a month just like till I, right before my birthday, just affiliated. Yeah, and then that I had to do a lot of work with this and that, and then I felt like, oh my god, I have so many people here. I need to do this justice, because this is people, not just like, it's weird when somebody comes to me and say, how did you manage to come there? Just don't look at the numbers, and people looking at numbers and money, trying to like earn from things and stuff. I'm not there. But no. This has been my, like, you don't know how, oh my god, the hardest thing to do is be honest with yourself. Sometimes you just need a stranger. And I want to be very capacity seeing them and not overlooking anybody. Because I know how dangerous that can become. Somebody just become overlooked. Once or twice they can become invisible. If they become invisible, they can never appear again. In a way, invisible people aren't looked after, they can disappear. And I don't like that. So, in the regard, I'm actually starting this from that point of view. I couldn't even focus. It's been like, whoa, what is happening here? This person is like telling me this, and I didn't think that would happen, but it's all that has just made this, like, I feel I want to do it is justice. Because that is hard to hear and hard to make honored. But I'm sometimes not even able to say that in my life. So people meet me with here. So I know how it is to actually be vulnerable and needing to just, here man, here, yeah. So I'm like trying to see that. And I don't want to overlook it. And at the same time, my schedule becomes it is it feels like I am not good enough there to adhere to every answer I want to answer. And yeah, it's in a mess now, but it's okay. I have to be there. And mess is okay. But yeah, that is a cleanup situation necessary. But I am not the patient person. When I want to do something, and then I can't do that. I want to do it, and I do every single thing. I'm just pushed toward because necessities, and not because of joy and what is internally driven me. And I am not okay with this stealing time, but it is not stolen time as it is fixing time. If you don't use time for this, then it will continue to just I will never be unmissed. So that is actually what I do here. And in this regard, I'm doing it impulsively whenever suddenly, and I'm back to there. And I don't like that because I put it into like, this is where I do this in scheduled form. It is a necessity, and then it became a necessity to just can't do that. So to not be like that, I'm not a preacher. Beware of the preacher, because they need. Have you heard that Bukowski? I'm a Bukowski. Oh, I'm a Bukowski girl, but I love people and I'm not drunk. I'm an upside down Bukowski girl, but I do love his poetry. Without the preacher, they know nothing. They need to preach. They need to tell you things. I'm not a preacher, I'm not an idol, I'm nothing more than just something that got recognized from some eyes that might have just related to something here. But I am absolutely seen from my point of view. Yeah, in the dark, just as everybody else. And I don't know shit. It's everybody else. But I know something. But I think a lot of people here taught me a lot of things. So it's not like I am here. I'm the focal point. No. This is a symbiotic thing. And I am totally against like this
social narcissistic. That is also why I'm just trying to find this platform and where I can uncensor it. The point I can be so honest, it actually is allowed. The theme that I'm actually talking about isn't like it's hard to take up on some platforms because it can be too much against the platform to do. So yeah, the only thing I found was actually OnlyFans, but it isn't so much made for porn as it is used for it. Because actually I think it was made like a Patreon thing. But yeah, every tool that I know can maybe give all the ease and things I want to make. And until I find anything better, I just go with that. I try to make Discord, but that is also kind of like far away. Just too much text and invisible. To the point I feel like if I am to be honest, hearing all these words and not being like a preacher, this one needs to be just as honest. But I can't show everything on the stream here because that is like both artistic approaches and also very much a platform we need to have. It has to allow that. I just found that. Sorry, putting it up. I just don't know how to. Yeah, just working with it. And yeah, that's what my goal. My goal is just I'm an actor. You can puppet string me. And that was what I started with. And then I wanted to do motion capture. Then I know I want to do voice acting. Now I have to do fucking. My bookshelf keeps opening up and Shakespeare falls in my head. Okay, that is a bookshelf that keeps Shakespeare in my head. He's actually here. Now, it's a heavy book to get in your head. But yeah, sometimes it just opens and I'm like, oh, yeah, that's Shakespeare. To be or not to be is actually what. I understand that question vividly from this point of view. It just became my yeah. Well, that is the only monologue I have. To be or not to be stuck amongst Venus and Adonis being my last relationship. Too much one that I read to him. Throw it in the ocean. I'm not gonna glorify myself, but I need to have that vividly allowed. And that is also to fight against that censorship. It can't even be. I can't even be forced into this narcissistic social media thing. No, I want to be honest. And that sometimes needs to be ugly. That needs to be vulnerable. Here it gets like, oh, how do I do this? And then I get schooled by all people telling me that. And that is gold. I don't know, are you on Twitch? Are you streaming in any capacity? I never actually was on Twitch, I just watch YouTube. Only thing I opened this for is because actually this is gonna sound horribly a 180 degrees. I was actually forced by someone that I don't like to, can't you just do OnlyFans for your life? Well, no, was the answer. I can do Twitch because I want to game. I want to play games. And then that was actually something I was like, that is evil. But we are going through. Isn't that funny? But that is for other goals, of course.
being like told what to do. Don't let that happen to you. That is my cleanup situation. And I'm kind of looking forward to tomorrow because then Resident Evil Requiem comes out, and that is a monster I like to see. It was so creepy. Where's my phone? It's blue here. But yeah, my Twitch journey has gone from what is going on here to I'm finding people here till I am not polite to you here till I'm just giving all these things. I didn't expect this, but I'm very happy for it, and it gave me a lot of joy. Like I'm losing hours just playing games, playing through games I didn't play through for a long time. So we're just gonna jump into a game, I think. What kind of game was that? And yeah, we have had a lot of like updates and problems with all the technical issues that is happening. But in time that will solve itself. I'm trying to be patient with it, but I'm not patient with the bots. Just people. That is censorship, and I do not really like it. I actually am trying to hate censorship. And yeah, that is actually poignantly one of my, like, both in art and in day-to-day life, aren't we always forced into being a norm or normalcy? Fucking slavery. No, I can't always sleep to this and this hour. No, I can't always be that and that person. No, I am not inclined to be robotically programmed to the same capacity a neurotypical person is. So why would I put myself tormented to the degree if I don't manage to be like that? I am like, no. Not wrong. I'm just a bit upside down and different. And I think that is very necessary, because I have been tormenting me within sleep schedule I couldn't keep, within hiding lost sleep for nothing more than my own lost guilt. Like that is very be not an enslaver person to know neurotypical things. If you can't be that, you aren't. Just be. And then you maybe can become something new. You can be disruptive in some parts of the world and create. You can be original, and you can actually be. History is riddled with these people. Like, who the fuck would write down Dionysus, the guy in the barrel that pissed on a king, as one of the philosophers? He was much as an idiot as he is an idiot, but he's also a philosopher written down in history. Why not just be honest to your good self, just be kind and try to hold your virtues high? And don't fucking be the monsters that loom around us. I have seen them too much lately. Ugh. And yeah, in that capacity, I do find comfort in like horror games to a degree. It's kind of relatable. It kind of haunted me. But then now, first we are doing Resident Evil Justice. I haven't seen that. I've seen Silent Hill being like haunting me from an early age. Just tunes. So I said poignantly, whoa! The whole fucking story. Yeah, too close to comfort. Yeah. So, that was actually good. But it's not without having one stranger tell me that is, I don't like this is cruel. And yeah, I kind of forgot about that. It is cruel. but sometimes cruelty isn't like something you can avoid, it's something you get tormented into. Until actually it's like you're lost in the fog. And yeah, that is true. And that stranger is something that I forgot about that. And it's like incarnate cruelty. Perfectly elementary. Yes, you are right. And who likes cruelty? Like that is. It's just jumping ropes with me, kind of, because the visual journey, the visual storytelling, that is too, like, it's just, to my heart, a very perfect visual told, where all the monsters become trauma incarnate, like they are making them, the monsters, look like the trauma that happened. To the point I am loving how they are artistically taking an approach to that. I can't for the life of me forget some of the monsters there being too vividly, perfectly pictures of things that is. Also where I, from early age, wanted to like, I love monsters. I love monsters to the point I want to play monsters in performance art. Oh, no! There I do.